Faff.
Welcome back to FPL Faff with Jez, Jack, and Jim. I'm Jez.
I'm Jack.
I'm sorry, Jim cannot be with you tonight. Please leave a message after the beep.
Jim, you had an
Beep.
interesting song a couple of weeks ago. Jack, how did that song go? It was something like "Still number one."
Still number one.
I wonder, Jim, if you were to sing that tonight, how would that go?
No comment. No.
Where are
Down
you
to
in the league
number
now,
two.
Jim?
Down to number two.
I mean, I'm
oh wait,
number
are you
three.
even in number two? You're in number three. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen. Well, how you have fallen.
Yes. How the mighty have fallen. You're quite right, and the mighty will be back. Yes. Shout out to Benny Hilton FC for taking number one spot in FPL Faff. Well done. You should be very, very proud. And Jack, well done. You had a great week. And yeah, that's me. Over and out.
Right.
Jim,
So,
tell us
that's
about
the
it.
podcast.
Where did it all go wrong?
Oh fuck! Oh Jesus, guys.
33 years ago.
So, that'll be fine. Fuck, shit. Okay, so I've had a horrendous week of bad luck, mostly bad luck, and
Bad
then
choices too. Yep. Okay.
and then some bad choices. So going into this, from our last pod, it seems so long ago now, right? It's been a long week. Everything I haven't played at all, which is mad. Anyway, on topic, all of my players played going into this week, this huge double game week, and I thought, do you know what? Why shouldn't I play my bench boost? Every single one of my players is going to play. I like the fixtures. I'm top of the league. What could go wrong? Well, guys, pretty much everything could. I'm going to finish on 89, 90 points, which you would think is a great week. It's really not. And these are the reasons why. I took a -4, and I
Rule
didn't.
number one.
You have to take some minus sometimes. But the thing
To be
is,
fair,
I
on a
was
double
going
game
to
week.
take.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a double game week, definitely take the minus. Jack, you took a -8, and it worked really well. I was meant to take a -8, and I did not do it. And
Tell us who that player is that you were gonna take the hit for and that you didn't.
So you all know from the last pod that I was going to probably take Zuma out, Kurt Zuma. He's done me well, but I was going to take him out for John Stones and take the -8. But I thought that would
So
be silly. That's like a lot. That's like a big point thing. But needless to say, John Stones finished on what? How many points?
27 was it?
We'll get to my
He
week
would
in a
have
bit,
given
mate.
me, with that -8, he would have given me at least 19 points back. So that's one bad move. I captained Mo Salah, which is a terrible mistake as well.
Yep.
And my bench boost. I got 5 points from my bench boost. I can't believe Leeds didn't beat Brighton.
See,
and
I can. And
you called it, Jez. You did.
I did. I called
did.
it. I benched my 2 Leeds players. They got 2 points apiece. I said that's fine because they didn't play for me.
The bench boost was harsh, man. That you were dealt a cruel hand, really.
It's brutal. I backed Southampton with McCarthy, and I backed Leeds, and they just did not show up. I didn't care about Brewster, but having said that, I took a -4, and it gave me 5 points, so I'm +1 on my bench boost for the week.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I think I might as well have just I think I prefer if none of them played, then because 1 point in the plus is just like a slap in the face, I think. Anyway, I'm going to quickly go through my team. I've got Martinez. They didn't keep a clean sheet, sadly, against City, even though I feel like they should have. Oh, guys, also
Villa
going into
were
my
robbed,
bad
man.
luck. Sorry, I will shut up really soon, but I've been knocked out of the cup We don't really talk about it, but I'm furious. I've been knocked out of the cup because of this injustice. I've been knocked out because of Matt Target, because he was able to keep a clean sheet, losing 2-0 against Man City.
Oh God.
And, we're recording on Saturday night just after the Villa Newcastle game. And he is finished on with 3 bonus points as well with the clean sheet.
No. That's harsh.
I would have been okay with that if he didn't get the clean sheet bonus when they didn't get a fucking clean sheet. But, because he was subbed off before they conceded.
Man, that's horrific. That's so
the
unlucky.
definition of harsh.
How bad is that? That's the only reason why I'm out of the cup. And the person I'm against has their account suspended, so I've just complained like a little bitch. I've complained, so hopefully I can stay in the cup. And then worst of all as well, because halfway through the game week, I could see I was just like really panicked, and I was just like, I don't have Kevin, I don't have Big Kev, I need to get him in. He's gonna go up, and he did. So I brought him in. I took a -8 going into this week.
No.
I've took a -8, and obviously it's a rookie mistake because you try not to do it until all the games are done, right? Because, someone might get an injury. And I took a -8 to get Kevin in. I took Gundogan out, which is a mistake. I took Son out, which is a mistake. I got in Kev, and lo and behold, in the who was it against? Against Villa, he ends up getting a knock, pulling his hamstring. He's out for 6 weeks. So the value I made on him is instantly going to go down. And yeah.
Oh, mate, that's so unlucky. How
and
the
I've still
mighty
got
have
Kurt
fallen.
Zuma. So yeah.
Your team is a shambles.
Yeah, it's absolutely wrecked. So, guys, how did your... Actually, I don't want to know because you both did great.
Well, look, hang on, Jim, it has to be said, all things considered, you got 89 points this week.
Yeah.
Not terrible. Could you have done much better? Absolutely. But, not
You got to take it, don't you? Got to take it. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. So, Jack, how was your team?
My team was good. It was a good week. I went in 3 transfers made before the game week, so I took a -8, which for a double I wasn't too fussed about that. I was hoping that they were all the players that I bought in were going to return. I bought in I took out Calvert-Lewin, Son, and Dallas for the double, and all of those I'm glad I did. To be honest, I know Son got a return and got an assist, but I got De Bruyne who came in and I triple captained him. So that was, I was optimistic after the first game where he's got that assist. He played well, a couple of bonus as well. Then he goes into the Villa game and I'm thinking that's another one. But he's at home again and he pulls up. He gets subbed off in the 59th minute?
I think it was 59th minute, yeah.
So he misses that clean sheet point. He also misses the point for playing more than 60 minutes. That would have given me just an additional 6. The worst news is that he's out for 6 weeks. So we'll get to that in a minute. I took out Dallas. I put in Loughton. Was not expecting a clean sheet against Liverpool, but listen, you take it. So he's come in 8 points in total. Very happy. Transfer of the season so far. Calvert-Lewin out. Mikel Antonio in.
Oh my
Mikel
god! Oh my god!
He's got a goal. He's got a goal. He got a goal in either game. 18 points, fantastic. Absolutely wipes out the -8 that I got and the rest. So that gave me a 10-point surplus. I finished the week on 123. Very pleased with that. Big run.
Huge.
Yeah, it was good.
That is huge.
Big jump in rank. I'm 21,000th in the world. Hoping that can increase next week. I'll run you through my team.
It will continue, dude. It will.
Well, we'll see. McCarthy with a solitary point between the sticks. Loughton with 8. Brilliant. Trent with 8. 1 clean sheet and 1 assist means that saw foul. Pulled in 12 points. Was really pleased with that. To be honest, I wasn't expecting anything less, really. I was expecting him to get 12 points, so that was good. The biggest turn-up of the week, John Stones, 27 points. To get 2 goals who did they play? Palace, wasn't it? 2 goals and a clean sheet, 21 points, fantastic. Happy days. Can't see that continuing for the rest of the season, but we're pleased with that anyway. I had Salah. I think a lot of people captained him. I'm not sure what to do with him. I feel like I can't get rid of him. It's Mo Salah. I know he's blanked in. He's blanked in the last 5. He's blanked in the last. He's blanked in the last 5, but he's also scored 5 goals in 10 games, and that for me that's not transfer out status just yet. I'm going to stick with him. He's so good, and the hope is that a lot of people, if they do get him out, I'll be pleased to have kept him. So I'm thinking about keeping him. Bruno Fernandes with 8 points. Again, not too bad. De Bruyne got me 24. Obviously, the triple captainship has been used. Souček with 4. Again, would have liked something from him, but not too fast. Harry Kane, he only played the 1 game, but he got 9 points. Mikel Antonio with the 18. So, yeah, by and large, very pleased. Very, very pleased. Good week. Jez, how about yourself, mate?
I had kind of for lack of a better word, an interesting week. I hit the century for the first time this year.
Congratulations.
Considering I had, I think, 23 effective games played, I
want Betty's to do this not on a double game week.
I want that too, but it's not going to happen. So I played my wildcard this week because some of the fixture changes leading up to this double game week kind of ruined me. I was leaning in pretty hard on Leeds and Southampton, and then their doubles got turned to singles, and Villa picked up a double game week, and I was just going to lose a lot of ground if I didn't play my wild card. So that's what it was. I'm pretty happy with the team that I picked, though.
It's a good team. So it's a good squad, mate.
From back to front, I had Martinez in goal, 9 points from him. Great. The transfer in of the season from me, John Stones, 27 points.
Wow.
Soufal, 12 points.
Oh, God.
Cresswell, 10 points.
Brilliant.
All of my points came from the defense because as I go through the rest of this list, there's not a single player who's eclipsed that. Fernandes with 8. Salah, unfortunately, had my armband. I'm pretty angry about that. So 8 points from him with the double. Son with 5. Souček with 4. Grealish with 8. So actually, this last Villa game that's just ended tonight, that's kind of pissed me off. I had Grealish and Watkins, so Watkins with 8. They scored and got an assist. Neither one of them anywhere near the bonus.
Yeah, interesting. Surprising, actually.
Don't worry, mate. I'm just pissed off with you. I can't believe Matt Target got the 3 bonus.
Matt Target. Shout out to anyone that got
2.
Matt Target.
It's mad, guys. It's mad.
I mean, can a defender really get bonus points against Newcastle? Like, there's no attacking threat there. They can't do anything. Anyway, and so the biggest mistake that I've made all season, I got Vardy in for Kane. Obviously, Kane turned up. Vardy played 2 games, got injured in both, and ended up with 4 points. And now he's out for probably 6 weeks. So,
yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to hold him until next week as well because I've already made my transfer.
Well, I'm going to have to do the same for Kev. There's a lot of money. 11.9. I got him in at 11.8. That's going to be on my bench for at least 1 game week before I make a change. I'm also tempted of playing my wild card because I'm that pissed off.
We've got to talk about it though because Jim, you and I both have Kevin. I'm sure a lot of managers do. Who is the replacement? I'm thinking Son. I'm thinking Maddison. Even Raheem, to be honest, coming in as straight swap, similar price point. It's a tough one.
So, Son's a shout, but they will be against Liverpool. Having said that, Liverpool are playing like shite. So Son is a good shout to bring in.
This could be Liverpool in the worst form they've been in for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Which is great, actually, from an Evertonian point of view. So, do you know what? I'm not sad about it at all. Long may that continue. I've already taken Trent out of my side, so give a shit about that. Because, yeah, there was a lot of money that was kind of dead. Go back to your question, Jack. Gundogan is a good shout as well. He's 5.5 at the moment. He will instantly go up because, I guarantee he's on the
people will
the
be
top
flooding
10.
to get him in. I would be
He was
surprised
my
if he's not
only
number
turn
2.
up. He was my only turn up. He finished on 18 points, and that's without any armband or anything. Should I have captained him? Absolutely. But I didn't. But because KDB is out, who takes the pens? Gundogan. Because Sterling's not going to be doing that anymore.
Absolutely not.
So he's really, really cheap to bring in. But yeah, Maddison's a great shout as well. Barnes, possibly.
Yeah.
Jack. There's loads. In fact, there's a lot of choice. You could even get Aubameyang in because Arsenal start to see some form. If you want to put all of that money in a top premium player that I think should be coming back into form, you could do that.
We just talked about the biggest mistake I made of the season. If you want to make your biggest mistake of the season, please get him in.
I'm actually. Do you know what? I actually don't. I don't think that's too bad of a shout. I'm looking at him though, and he's got a yellow flag, and it says he's at 75% chance of playing. He's out for personal reasons. So I've done no research as to why that is, but it looks as if he's not going to be playing. But he's 11.3 now, so I think he's 0.1 less than Sterling. Could be someone to look at. Who knows?
Also, it's a massive differential because no one else will have him in.
But again, we have good differentials and we have bad differentials.
I mean, you could go for Rashford. You could go for
Rashford started on the bench in the last game though. I'm not convinced by him. I think I've got Bruno. I'm happy with that. I don't want to double up on someone who's for 9.5. If he's a bench risk, no, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, that's
to me. I think Maddison's form tips him over. Well, makes him the top contender really.
Yeah, I think so. And they got Everton, Leeds, Fulham in their next 3. I mean, you back him to do something there.
Yeah. Speaking of Everton, DCL, he just played a cup game this week.
Yeah, he's back.
Presumably he's going to be back in the Prem squad and playing at the weekend.
Back. Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah, he has dropped value like a sack of shit.
Well, he scored 1 goal in his last 8. I mean, it's not good form. But he started the season so well. He was injured.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm actually seriously considering him now that he's a bit cheaper.
Also, Everton have got a double game week. They've only played 17 games so far. I know one of them is going to be with Man City, but
I think
they're going to have further 2.
100%. Villa players as well. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing my second wildcard. I don't have any Villa players in my squad. They will be coming in soon. I mean, I'm looking at. I hate to say it, but Matt Target 4.6 for Villa playing the way they are. He's not a bad shout in there. I'm still not convinced by Ollie Watkins. He's too inconsistent for me, but I do like Jack Grealish. Obviously, I think he might be. He's probably. He could even be top of my list to be honest for De Bruyne. For De Bruyne replacement.
I thought you already had Jack. Jack, I thought you already had Jack Grealish. So
no. So
that's an easy swap.
It's an easy spot.
Another low-key one, Bertrand Traore, he's been turning up. And he really came into it when Ross Barkley got injured, but they've started playing with them both. And I think it's working. I mean, I like what I see on the pitch.
Now,
yeah, I mean, with Barkley started tonight as well. He makes Villa tick. He was a great loan signing.
He
just plays direct. That's what they needed.
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, I'm just going to run through my team for next week because at the start of my bad luck at the start of this pod I was talking about my 3 changes. I'm just going to get them out of the way now so I can forget about them.
Let's do it.
Martinez in goal. McCarthy is on my bench. Matt Target I brought in for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Okay.
Chilwell, Cancelo, Zuma's going to play because I've got no one else. So I hope he doesn't get rested again. Especially because Chelsea lost miserably against Leicester. So and that was with Rudiger. So maybe Zuma might come back on. I've got Souček, Salah, Fernandes, Saka, Kane and Bamford up front.
Okay.
Fernandes is going to be my captain. Kane's going to have my price. But seriously, I'm considering taking out Salah, taking out Souček, taking out Zuma, and taking out Kevin De Bruyne, and probably not even looking at getting in Salah or De Bruyne back anytime soon. But that's why I was
Wow.
thinking about my wild card. But I think I'm going to, because I've taken a -8, I might as well just take that on the chin.
Yeah.
Not play my wild card yet, and then go on.
I think it's
after
smart.
For
I
game
think it's
week
smart.
21. Yeah.
You don't want to rush into a wild card just for the sake of saving minus points. That feels wrong.
Yeah.
You want to be doing it to really change your squad for the back end of the season. So you're right to wait.
I mean, no, 100%. But I wouldn't be saving those minus points. I would have already lost them. So there's
Well,
no...
that's the thing. Like, if you take a minus and then play a wild card,
Yeah,
like, sorry,
It's
you just
done.
put nails in your own coffin.
absolutely. I agree. And the only reason why I want to do it is for value. If I do this now, because everyone I want to take out are going to be going down, and everyone I'll be bringing in are definitely going up. I don't know why they haven't done it already. For some reason, I think they just haven't updated it until after this game week. But tonight, honestly, like, value's going to plummet or skyrocket. So
Yeah, nice. Jez, what's your team looking like, mate?
So, I'm going to be starting Martinez in goal, Stones at the back, Cresswell and Dallas, Fernandez, who will also have my armband. I'm going to stick with Salah, basically because I have to. Got Son, Souček and Grealish rounding out the midfield, and then Ollie Watkins and Bamford up front. I wasn't going to play Watkins, but Vardy is injured, and I'm going to have to carry him because I don't really want to take a -4. So that's what it is.
Nice.
yeah,
Thankfully, so the important thing to say, and I think that's very true, and I didn't so much touch on that before. The wild card is something to set yourself up for the rest of the season, and so I wasn't just taking my wild card for this one huge turn up week. I'm actually pretty happy with my squad, and I think it's fairly balanced. I've got 16 out of 16, apart from Vardy, who's injured, that will start week in week out in my team. I'm looking forward to a couple of double game weeks down the road with 3 Villa players. And hopefully I can bench boost in one of those weeks and make it a pretty impactful week.
Yeah, I think you're smart to have 3 Villa players. I wasn't convinced at the start of the season, but they're really playing well. They're grinding out performances. They're high up in the league table. They're looking good. I mean, they're definitely going to come into my team at some point, but not right now. Going into this week, McCarthy in goal still. It obviously kept a clean sheet. Southampton did to Arsenal today, so FPL wise, I hope they do that. As an Arsenal fan, I hope they don't, but he's going to stay in there for a little while longer. I've got 4 at the back, still going to stick it with Stones, Trent, Sorfal and Lawson. Lawson will be changed next, if it's not next week, it's the week after, for a Villa defender, probably Matt Target. Pains me to say. And then in midfield, I've currently got Salah, Fernandez and De Bruyne. I need to make that transfer. He's not going to play for 6 weeks. His value is going to go down. I think I just want to make that one change and stick with it. But I was having a look at the fixtures of Leicester, Villa, Tottenham are kind of in and out of it. I could be a situation where for next week I have Grealish. I swap him then out for Son the following week. And then I swap out Son the following week because they've got Chelsea. And Leicester have Fulham. So I'm thinking I might make 3 transfers for the same midfielder on the spin. And I won't be losing minus points if I do it that way.
yeah.
What I am
That's
happy
nice.
with, which is nice. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It means I have to keep the rest of my team as is, which I'm not too fussed with. But obviously, that doesn't take into account injuries or suspensions or things like that. I mean, Bruno... Go on.
Yeah, all I would say is that I'd probably keep Son against Chelsea because they're not doing very well.
No,
I
you're
know
right.
You can imagine Fulham turning up against Leicester for some bizarre reason.
I like Son.
Look, to be honest, Fulham have been playing well, and that's something I wanted to talk about as well. Like, I wouldn't necessarily go rush to get any Fulham players in, but they're showing against the big dogs in the league that they can play football. Yeah, they may not win every game, but like they're looking like they're going to score most games.
Mm-hmm.
They're
I'm
playing
not sure
well.
They're going to be pushed over.
Lukman, Loftus-Cheek, like they're as a team, as a collective, they're playing really well. I think they had 5 draws in a row, which was 5 points out of 5 games. It's not, it's not amazing form, but for a team down the bottom, I think they've got enough to stay up for them. I've been quite impressed in recent weeks. The one thing I do like about my team is I'm back with my 3 strikers. I like having 3 strikers up top, and I'm thinking I'm right in thinking that all of them take pens in Kane, Antonio, and Bamford. We haven't seen enough of Antonio yet, but I'm just trying to think he takes West.
I think he does. Yeah.
I think he might take him. So the 3 of them, I'm very pleased with.
And unless unless Mark Noble's on the pitch, but he's been playing less and less, I think that Mark Noble is the number one
Yeah,
pen taker.
Yeah, I think Antonio will be on him.
I think he will. He's good. Like, the only thing about Antonio is he's just a bit of an injury risk, isn't he? Like, I want him to make sure that he's playing a string of games, and they are looking for a striker, West Ham, so there might be a bit they may have to look after him a little bit more. But as far as I'm aware, they're not going to change for a little while unless Ollie Watkins starts to turn up, and then it's an easy transfer from Bamford or Antonio. But yeah, Kane's going to be in there, and then my bench, obviously Button, dead goalkeeper sub. And then I've got Souček, Mitchell, and Romeu, who I think once they're all fit and firing, they all play 90 minutes. So not the worst situation to be in.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
Jim, important question.
Oh, yes. Is it that time already?
It is that time. Who is your turn-up king?
Turn-up king of the week. Guys, so... Funny, you should be talking about him, Jack. Just then, Mikel Antonio is Jim's turn-up king of the week.
That's your turn-up king, really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, that is
Very
Jim's
nice.
turn-up king. I mean, obviously we could talk about someone else, but I'm not going to because of bitter reasons.
Salt.
Yes, lots of salt. But no, honestly, Antonio, you can't fault him for just coming back and being prolific as he was.
Look, the guy's
towards
a
the
machine.
end of last.
Imagine knowing that you're going to play against him. Like his biceps will just knock you to the ground.
Yeah, people bounce off him and my tiny turn up of the week. I mean, I'm going to give two shout outs here, but the first one is going to be James Maddison because he has been turning up. He's come back into form.
Yeah, 3 and 3.
And you know what? He's 7.1. He's not that expensive for your midfield to get someone that's in form, who's playing really well in the team at the moment. I think they just found their form. It's sad that Roddy is now gone, but with Mads and Barnes, they should keep up that good form.
I'm not sure when I play my wild card, but Grealish and Maddison in the same. I'd be very excited going into every game week having the two of them in the team. There's just
absolutely.
There's just chucking Foden in there as well. If Foden is not starting, if he's not playing 90 minutes every game for the rest of the season, Pep needs to figure it out. Like Foden he is a different level of player. As an England fan, like incredible future for him. I think the kid's amazing.
He is. But he doesn't make the second tiny turn up. The second tiny turn up goes to Gundogan because he saved my week and he got 2 goals. Thank you.
Wow, he did save me. But are we not going to have a mention for John Stones in here?
Tied highest FPL game week score of all time. No, you're right. He's a clown.
Yeah, he's not in James' turn up king of the week.
Won't waste any more time thinking about John Stones.
I just hate myself because I didn't take the extra -4. And yeah, in previous pods, Jack, we've both been like, John Stones is the one to be. He's the ones that we've been scouting out when he was like back at 4.5 or whatever, and he's gonna be like literally 6 million any minute now. So
yeah, so true.
It's so sad.